thank you so much for joining me as part of Leeds Millions Missing on behalf of Leeds ME Network. Simon and Chris have entrusted you today to kind of speak on their behalf, which is a big responsibility. Did you feel up to it?
Yeah, it's a big, massive responsibility. Simon and Chris are just like, icons of the Leeds ME group. So, but I feel I'll give it my best shot and do our best for them and for the group.
I'm sure they'll be watching this, making sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, as many people know, Leeds ME Network is a patient self-help group, and it was first created in 2012. The group aims to offer information and support to people across the city, and they also host their monthly Zoom meetings as well. Now that kind of COVID restrictions have lifted, they've also gone back to the in-person meetings as well. But kind of going back a little bit, when did you first become aware of Leeds ME Network, and how did you first get involved?
Oh, well, that's a really good question. I got involved about the year 2000, just the year before the year 2000. At that point, I was kind of unable to work, and I started getting in touch with all the ME national groups, and then through the national groups, then I saw a local group, and I got in touch with a person who was running the group. And the first time I went was to an actual meeting, which I was very nervous about, very apprehensive about, not sure what to expect. But naturally, everybody made me feel really welcome, and I continued to go to the group meetings, and eventually got a bit more involved with the group myself, and also as a meter and greeter and things to welcome people coming for their first time. Yeah, so it's really about 22, 3 years ago when I first got involved with the local group, and not looked back since, really.
I mean, Leeds ME Network, my experience, I think, is very similar to yours, whereby when I first started going, I knew nobody. It was kind of like a shot in the dark and hope people are nice to me. And they were lovely. And now, I genuinely think I've made friends, friends that I can rely on, but who also understand the situation. So, I mean, I always tell people in Leeds, if I come across them, they've got ME on different kind of like Facebook or Twitter and stuff, I'll always say you should have a look at Leeds ME Network. I mean, I'm assuming you must tell people the same. Kind of direct.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, sorry to interrupt. Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's really, really important just to mention the fact that there is a group out there, and give them sort of details of Simon and Chris, and then they'll get emails sent back to them informing them of meetings and things. So I definitely think it's worth sort of like just mentioning the group and telling them what the group's about and what it's for and what we try to achieve through the group as well. Ultimately, it's just people getting together, the same condition, not having to explain the condition, and everybody's really supportive of that as well, really. So, and it's also open for families as well, and friends and carers. So, it might feel daunting, but people are genuinely supportive to everybody. Yeah.
So what's the way for people watching this, if they're interested in kind of getting in touch? Is it best to do it via the Facebook page, via the website? What would you suggest to them?
Well, either really. Obviously we're in the social media world, so we do use Facebook, and we do use Twitter, and I think Instagram as well. And also there will be an email as well, the contact email through the website. Either of those are great ways just to make that first initial contact, and then from there on we'll take down the details, and mostly we send out emails regarding the group meetings and things, and also on Facebook as well. And through these emails we update on other information regarding ME as well, and it just notifies people of Zoom meetings that we have, and hopefully we'll also have some more in-person meetings. We had 2 last year, which were both outside, and the weather held up, thankfully. We're still in discussion about doing indoor meetings. It's COVID's still out there, obviously, and we want to make sure people will be safe as well. So it's probably more likely to be outdoors again. Hopefully the British weather will, give us a helping hand in that. But the Zoom meetings as well have come along since lockdown, and they've been really great for people just to be able to kind of come along, have a chat, not leave their bed. So it does kind of make a big difference to people, really. Pajamas are more than welcome for people to wear as well. it is that kind of very informal, but also very kind of a nice way to sort of contact with people, make contact with people. So
It's
yeah,
great.
it's been really good.
I think that Leeds ME Network really is able to bring people in and around the city, you know, together and act as like a support group for them that's both online and also in person too. But another way for people to get connected is by Millions Missing, you know. So what are you doing have you got any plans for Millions Missing this year?
And the most plans is to promote Millions Missing really through again the website, through Facebook, Twitter, etc. We haven't kind of discussed exactly the plans that we're going to do, but we're hoping to kind of have representation when it's the outdoor event as well, and just kind of promote through our sort of social media really, and email to advise people, and hopefully they can get involved themselves really. That's hopefully what we're going to be doing for these events in May and September.
Fab. So yeah, so as you just touched on then, you know, Millions Missing this year is split into two parts. So we've got kind of today, which is the virtual event, but then also in a few months' time in September, we have hopefully, fingers crossed, the return of the in-person event. And I'm hoping to organise something again, kind of in the city centre of Leeds. Can we expect to see you there if so?
Yeah, definitely there'll be a representation from the Leeds ME Network, you know, and we'll be encouraging people to go, obviously. Hopefully health obviously is okay, and we'll be sort of promoting that, and also, you know, advising that, you know, they can bring their family along, of course, their friends. And it's also important for them to kind of get an understanding as well of me on that particular day, you know, such an important event really. And so yeah, we'll be getting really involved in all of that as well, and we'll be having representation, and hopefully somebody will be talking as well from the group at that event too.
It's great because Leeds ME Network has been kind of working alongside all the stuff that that we've done literally since 2019. You know, at the in-person event in 2019, Simon spoke. We had members from Leeds ME Network there on that day, and then all the way through gradually year on year, that kind of support of both things, because it's a common cause. You know, we're all after the same thing, and which is health equality for people with ME. So, you know, year on year that just keeps growing, and we keep being able to speak to more people about this and share the word. And I think that's the most important thing. But well, thank you so much for chatting to me today, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of your Millions Missing.
Oh, thanks Charlie for having me, and best of luck with everything.